EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Fields. This one into the hands of Hurd. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Good throw there to start the second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And the slot man goes in motion left. Fields on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. That brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tyquan Thornton from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Okay, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here we go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Wheel flat. Red, yellow, yellow, blue. Faster,
throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And complete to Drake London. And some room to work. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's where they close an offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
No gain on the play there, second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll look to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going for Hurd on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Fields. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Fields. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw, Fields. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second down and goal. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Head to the line, face facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he spins past him and into space. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Open.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Let's go.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as,
Here we
I
go.
can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Patterson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Koo now for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Panthers 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now Fields. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now it's Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
eyes on Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He's got his man, Thornton. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready. Flag 2. Here, what? Ready, go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. First throw in overtime by Fields. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw is caught here by Anderson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A touchdown does not end it, remember, but it sure would give them a leg up. It's first and goal here.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules will change, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way, and they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Well, the Panthers are NFC champs. As we sign off here, thanks for watching, and good night.